Hello, brothers and sisters. I hope you're having a really joyful experience at this annual gathering festival and that we can really return a lot of joy to God and true parents. I feel sad that I can't be there. I'm really sorry. But I think our Heavenly Parent is incredibly uplifted. God's heart is comforted, and God is feeling a lot of joy from sharing this time with you, with the brothers and sisters. And also this is something we can offer to our true parents to bring joy to them as well. And this is the motto of this annual gathering festival, to return joy to God and true parents. Now, this isn't just something that I want us to do as a one-off occasion once a year, to return joy to God and true parents. This is something that we should be doing every moment of our lives. That's our purpose of our lives. Indeed, the purpose of creation actually is to return joy to God. However, of course, we know how difficult it is to be joyful all the time. Life is hard. It doesn't always feel like we're living in Chon Il-guk. Maybe there's a nice Chon Il-guk feeling here at the annual gathering where we are able to have a lot of fun with each other, have good experiences with each other. But, do we feel like it's Chon Il-guk in our church communities all the time? Do we feel like we're living in Chon Il-guk in our families? Do I even feel qualified to be a citizen of Chon Il-guk? So in order to return joy to God and indeed to true parents as well, I think it's very helpful if we have an idea of where we want to be, an idea of who we want to be, an idea of where we want to go. And that's in a sense why I'm sitting in this van recording this message for you, to give the sense that we're on a journey going somewhere. And it's helpful to know where we're going. And then also it's helpful to know the directions that we need to take in order to get to the destination. So with this in mind, I'm planning to offer some visionary leadership, thinking about where our Family Federation community here in the UK wants to go. Where does it want to go? What is the Chon Il-guk that we're hoping to arrive at? And think about the strategy of how to get there. Now, I'm not going to go into all those details right now, but what I do want to share perhaps is some idea of the destination. Where are we going? What does Chon Il-guk look like? What does this place look like where we will be able to return joy to God and true parents? And I'm sure most of you are quite familiar with the blueprint that we have, quite a profound idea embedded within the principle of creation about how we actually return joy to God. What I'm talking about, of course, is the three great blessings: to create God-centered mind and body unity, to create families centering on true love, which expands that true love culture, that culture of hearts to the society and the world, and of course a dominion over the creation centered on heart. So how are we going to do this in the UK? Basically, what I imagine Chon Il-guk looking like in the UK, I see it as three letter C's. Firstly, church. Secondly, charity. And thirdly, commerce. Now, why have I chosen those three ideas? Well, basically, first of all, let's start with church. I want us to be a church of holy individuals. I imagine Chon Il-guk to be a place where we are a community of people who are dedicated to spiritual self-discipline, spiritual growth, and self-betterment. And when I use the word church, I don't mean it in the terribly religious sense. It's not a building. It's not even a denomination. For me, the word church simply refers to a community of people. I don't have negative connotations with that word, and I accept that there may be divisive connotations with that word in society, and indeed even in our own community. But hear me out. Basically what I'm saying is that we will be a community of holy individuals. And this is about the first blessing. This is about the individual level foundation, whereby we create mind-body unity centering on God. And that means every single one of us needs to be a person who becomes the owner of Chon Il Guk. Every single one of us needs to pursue a path of bettering ourselves. How is Chon Il Guk ever going to emerge if I don't improve myself and better myself? And with this in mind, I really want us to think about, it's very easy to complain about the church. Oh, why doesn't the church do this? Why doesn't the church do that? Why can't the church be like something? We are the church. I am the church. And I want to promote that way of thinking, that way of feeling. I am the church. And if I want to see a change happen, if I want to see something develop, I have to be the person who makes it happen. Through my own deepening of my faith and developing of my character, I can then make an offering to the wider community. So I expect all of us to become people who are holy individuals, working on our character to become pure, holy people. Church. The second C is charity, and this is connected to the second blessing, whereby we create ideal families who practice true love. And so I want us to imagine Chon Il Guk as a place where we practice true love in the family and expand that to the local community, the neighborhood, the society, and indeed the world. And so the word I've chosen is charity, because I want us to be charitable. I want us to be charitable within the family. Charity begins at home, doesn't it? Charity begins at the nearest level, but then to be ambitious about how we express that charity and minister to the needs of the society around us, minister to the needs of this country, really serve the world charitably, expressing that true love, parental love, for the sake of the world around us. That's what I think Chon Il Guk looks like. The third C, remember the first C is church, the second C is charity, the third C is commerce. This is connected to the third blessing. I want us to have a fantastically strong and healthy economic foundation, which is based on ethical economics. So we want to have dominion over the creation. We want to create a beautiful kingdom of heaven on earth. And of course, in order to construct the environment, we need funds to do that. And I want to encourage brothers and sisters to go out and build successful careers, to develop thriving businesses, and offer their financial foundation to the construction of God's kingdom, to the Chon Il Guk that we're trying to create. If we can work on those three things, on the individual level, being holy people, the church, on the family and society level, practicing charity in the family and community, and on the cosmic level, connecting with all things, we can build commerce through ethical economics, then I think we will bring great joy to God. That is how we're going to return joy to God. So although this festival is ending, please continue to find creative ways to return joy to God and true parents, especially through pursuing that vision of Chon Il Guk. This is the vision of Vision 2020, that we can establish Chon Il Guk. Now, of course, it's difficult to imagine that the kingdom of heaven is going to emerge as a reality for everybody by 2020, but at least we have to make some progress towards it over the next 5 years, so that when 2020 arrives, we have some foundation to offer to God and true parents, some meaningful offering with which we can create joy and bring comfort to God's heart. So those three areas are where I want to lead this national community, and I hope you can support that and work in your own way to pursue church, charity, and commerce towards the pursuit of the vision of Chon Il Guk. Have a safe journey home at the end of this festival. I hope it's been a really good experience, and I look forward to being able to hopefully participate at next year's festival with you all. Please continue to enjoy yourselves and have a beautiful experience with God and with each other. Thank you.